Well, hello again. Someone asked me if I could do a video to show how to give the dimension to these flowers. If you die cut them, this is an Alexandra Renka die. If you die cut them, obviously they come out absolutely flat. And if you compare the two images, I know this one hasn't got all the other little bits on it, but if you see the images together, you can see that this one has got a bit more vibrancy, a bit more vitality than the flat version. So I'll just share with you today how I go about getting the dimension into these flowers. And to do that, I use an embossing tool like this one. This one says it's from McGill, and it's got two different sized ends. So if you wanted to do something narrower, obviously you'd use the small one, or you can use the large end. I've got a whole bunch of these things. This set is by Tonic Studios, and I think there was a set of 3 or something. So, you know, you can get them in all sorts of places, all different sizes, but this sort of size is quite useful. That says 12 millimeters and the other end says 4 millimeters, so it's one of those things. Anyway, I've got a variety of dies here. This one is a Simon Says stamp, and again, if you just put it on, it's fine, but it's quite flat. So I can go about adding a little bit of dimension, and this is what I do. I use one of these. This is a foam mat, and it's fairly rigid. It's quite stiff. I've got this is a mouse pad, but it is quite soft, this one, and the one with a little bit more resistance works better. I've got a variety. I've got all sorts of things around the place. Goodness knows what I've done with them. Anyway, that's beside the point. This is I think I used this first of all in the days before I could get dies with embossed stitching or piercing around the edge. I used to do that with one of these mats and a pokey tool, putting little, and a ruler, going around, putting little dots all around the edges of die cuts. Took me forever. Anyway, that's beside the point. Let's get on with this. This is the Simon Says stamp one, and all you do is this. You just simply rub the end of the embossing tool around the contours of your die, and you know, you need to go in the direction that you want the shape to be. You don't just go in willy-nilly, just use the direction that it's going to be. Now, when I would come to stick this down so that that shape is retained, I would glue the stem part with the Zig pen. I really love these. But underneath each of these petals or leaves or whatever they are, I would add a tiny bit of foam tape, just a tad behind each petal. And it's the same thing with all of these, really. This one is, this one? Creative Depot, this one. Love this bellflower, absolutely love it. You could use it coloured or white. I've got a video on how I colour die cuts, and this one is fabulous in lots of different colours, in different shades. I've got a bit of the dye still left there. There we go. Anyway, let's do this one. Again, you just simply roll it and push into the foam mat. In we go, just round and around. If you think your card is creasing a bit, if you've pressed so hard you creased a bit, a mist of water sometimes helps, and I mean a mist, and by that I mean I would squirt my spray bottle, squirt into the air, and just waft the die cut through it. Don't aim directly at this, just in the air and whoosh, through. You get the idea. So now, putting it on there. Have I got a flat one to compare it with? No, I haven't got a flat one to compare it with. But you see the idea. Stick it with this underneath the stem. Put a tiny, tiny bit of foam tape under the... I'll just show you. Somebody was asking me, what's CAS? He said, what's CAS? And I wrote, clean and simple. But actually, this CAS is me. It's my initials. So, CAS for CAS. So there we go. A tiny little bit of foam tape under the middle of the flower, so that when it's stuck down, that will remain a little proud of the surface. So I'll carry on and do. Isn't that a gorgeous die? Don't you think that's fabulous? So either white on white or coloured, doesn't matter. But a little bit of a dimension, an embossing tool, a little bit of foam tape, and you're done. Anyway, have a go. Thanks for watching.